Well, hello everybody. Welcome to In the Cannabis Closet with w-DrRon, yours truly. I'm over here in the main closet today, buttoning up some of this stuff I got going on here. Wow. So as you can tell, filter, check. Filter fan up there, black thing in the right hand corner, check. Alright. Light, check. Bucket, check. Everything. Pump, check. Okay, so here's what we got. We filled up our bucket. And here's how you want to do this. Fill your bucket up with 3 gallons of ordinary tap water. Here's what I want you to do. Take 4 milk jugs, if you got them, water jugs or whatever you got sitting around that's cleaned out. And make sure it's cleaned out well. Boil some water and swish that water around in that plastic jug before you fill it. And make sure you got all that stuff out of there. Okay, so after you've filled your 4 milk jar or bottles or water jugs or whatever, gallon jugs full of water, then you wanna set them out. Leave them set out at least 24 hours. And leave the cap ajar on the I'm having a rough time today, folks. Leave the cap ajar on the gallon jug. Some people ask, well, why don't you just leave it off, Dr. Ron? Well, the reason you don't leave it off is because all the contaminants, from the dust and things floating around in the air is going to get right in your water, and that's going to go in your growing water, and you don't need that. So just leave it ajar so what gases they'll escape, and give it 24 hours for the chlorine to escape or dissipate or do whatever it's going to do. And then what you want to do is now the rock that you see in there, that red rock, well, that rock is very expensive. So this is rock that I used for my last 2 grows. And what I do is after every grow, I take the rock and I sort through it and pick out the big debris and stuff that's in it. And then I put it in a baking pan and I bake it in the oven at 275 for an hour. And what that does is it kills off all the little pathogens and things that's in that rock. Now, gnats and other insects and stuff, they come and lay their eggs in the rock when you're growing. And a lot of times you don't even know it. But here's the deal. This kills them all off. Now, I don't normally have pest problems. It is because I run a clean operation. I keep things cleaned up, and I don't give things a chance to get a jump on me. Okay, so so it's been 2 or 3 days. The water's been sitting out. So I want you to take 3 of those gallon water buckets, and I want you to pour them into your bucket. Okay, just pour them in there. Now make sure that your air pump, and make sure your air stone down in the bottom is pumping well. Now, after you pour in your 3 gallons, I want you to pour your rock into your basket and put your little pod container in there. That's this little black thing that your pod's going to go in with your seed. Put that in there, and then I want you to take your last gallon of the 4 gallons, and I want you to just pour it along the top of your red rock there. Just pour it along and down in the cup. Pour it along. And with your 4th gallon, it should bring you up exactly to where I'm at. As you can see, we've got good bubbling action, which means good circulation of oxygen down there from the air stone. I'm using a 4-inch air stone. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let this go for 3 days and get well broke in, and all the particulate matter and debris and dust or whatever is going to float and then collect on the bottom, and then we'll drain that off before we start our grow, and we'll check our pH at that time. Okay, so we're going to give this 2-3 days to do its thing, let everything settle at the bottom, and then we'll be good for the next step in the process. So until then, oh, look at that. What's that? What's that red glass? Well, you know what it is, boys and girls. It's an incubator. It's an incubator for that Sensei star seed. It survived its 24-hour pre-soak, and it dropped